Idiom, get off to a good start. To get off to a good start means to begin something positively or successfully. It can refer to relationships, projects, careers, or any activity where the initial phase is important. If something gets off to a good start, it creates a strong foundation for success later on. Examples: TV series Breaking Bad. Well, the cook got off to a good start, but then Jesse blew it with his sloppy cleanup. Hank's investigation really got off to a good start. He picked up Heisenberg's trail right away. Walt and Skylar were finally talking again. I thought they'd gotten off to a good start that morning. The new distributor seemed solid. The deal got off to a good start, but then Tuco showed up. Our plan to move the product was getting off to a good start until Mike raised concerns. Honestly, I thought his cancer treatment got off to a good start, but now the side effects are brutal. Start on the right foot, hit the ground running, be off and running, make a promising beginning, launch smoothly, begin with momentum.
Idiom definition. A loose cannon refers to a person who is unpredictable and uncontrollable, often causing problems due to their reckless or erratic behavior. Examples from Breaking Bad. Jesse, you can't just go off like that. You're a loose cannon, and it's gonna get us all killed. I swear to God, Walter, if you don't keep him in check, that guy's a loose cannon waiting to explode. You think Mike's the loose cannon? No, it's you, Walter. You're the one who's out of control. I'm not going down with a loose cannon like Jesse, man. You better fix this before it spirals out of control. Hank, stop acting like a loose cannon. You're bringing more heat on all of us. If I wanted a loose cannon in my crew, I would have recruited someone else, Jesse. Synonyms: wild card, unpredictable person, loose screw, reckless individual, madman, dangerously impulsive person. Idiom, make a dash. Definition: make a dash means to run quickly or move fast toward something, usually suddenly and with urgency. It often conveys a sense of escape, urgency, or an impulsive move, physically or metaphorically. Examples: Yellow Jacket style dialogue. She made a dash for the woods the second she heard that scream, like something primal kicked in. If you really think I'm gonna make a dash across that clearing with those freaks watching us, you're out of your mind. I swear, if Jackie hadn't made a dash for that flare gun, we'd all be toast. Did you see him make a dash when the plane started shaking? He left his backpack and everything. I was going to confront Lottie, but she made a dash inside the cabin and slammed the door. Nat looked like she was about to spill it all, then she just made a dash for the van. No warning. Synonyms: bolt, darted off, run for it, take off, sprinted, rush.
Idiom, pay off, to be worth the effort, risk, or cost in the end. When something pays off, it means all the hard work, risk, or investment leads to a positive or successful result. It's often used when characters reflect on whether a difficult or dangerous situation ended up being worthwhile, perfect for the high-stakes world of Banshee. Examples: TV series Banshee style. I took a beating for weeks in that ring, but the cash and respect, it paid off. Stealing that truck was risky as hell, but it paid off. We got the hardware we needed. I wasn't sure about trusting her, but it paid off. She led us right to the stash. All those late nights tracking Proctor's moves finally paid off. We've got enough to bury him. You think getting close to Kai pays off in the end? Look around, man. Everyone who did is 6 feet under. I knew staying in Banshee would pay off eventually. Now I run the damn town. Synonyms: bear fruit. Come through, yield results, prove worthwhile. Be a good return, be worth the gamble.
Idiom, ring the dinner bell. To ring the dinner bell means to unintentionally attract attention, especially from an unwanted source. It often implies inviting trouble or alerting danger without meaning to, just like the sound of a dinner bell might call in guests, or in a zombie apocalypse, call in the walkers. Examples: The Walking Dead style? You just fired a shot in the open. Might as well ring the dinner bell for every walker in a mile radius. If we light that fire now, we're ringing the dinner bell for those freaks out there. Glenn forgot to muffle the engine, rang the damn dinner bell, and now they're swarming us. That scream? Yeah, that was like ringing the dinner bell in a graveyard. You're leaving the gate wide open? Why don't you just ring the dinner bell and put out snacks? She panicked and hit the horn. Boom. Dinner bell rung and chaos followed. Synonyms: invite trouble, attract attention, draw heat, tip them off, set off alarms, open the floodgates.
Idiom: second wind. To get a second wind means to suddenly regain energy or strength after feeling tired or worn out, especially during physical activity or a long challenge. It's like catching a surprising boost when you thought you were running on empty, physically, emotionally, or mentally. Character style examples from The Handmaid's Tale. After marching in silence for hours, I thought I was done. But then I got a second wind when I saw the gate to the wall. June looked like she'd break any minute, but out of nowhere she got her second wind and started plotting again. I thought Aunt Lydia would stop after the sermon, but no. She found her second wind and went on lecturing us for another hour. I hit rock bottom in that cell, but something inside me sparked. I found a second wind I didn't know I had. Serena looked defeated in court, but when she started speaking, it was like she got a second wind and took over the room. They underestimated us, but Gilead's cruelty gave us a second wind. Now we're more determined than ever. Synonyms: renewed energy, burst of strength, second breath, sudden revival, new surge, fresh momentum. Idiom: sink in. To sink in means to be fully understood or absorbed, especially something serious or surprising. It often refers to a gradual process in which the significance or impact of a situation becomes clear over time. Yellow Jacket style examples. It didn't sink in until I saw the blood on my hands. I actually survived that night. Wait, you're saying Jackie's really gone? I mean, it's starting to sink in now, but damn. The whole queen bee thing, it finally sank in. We were just pawns the whole time. Don't expect it to sink in all at once. Give her space, trauma's got layers. It took a while, but it sank in that no rescue was coming. That's when things got dark. I think it just sank in. We crossed a line we can't come back from. Synonyms: register, hit home, dawn on, get through, take hold, become clear.
Idiom: stick one's neck out. To stick one's neck out means to take a risk, especially by saying or doing something that could lead to criticism, punishment, or danger. It's like stepping into the line of fire for someone or something you believe in, even if it could backfire. Examples: The Handmaid's Tale style. You think I'll stick my neck out for her after what she did? Not a chance. I'm not dying for someone who wouldn't blink for me. Commander Waterford stuck his neck out letting June speak in public. Serena warned him, but he never listens. Why is it always me who has to stick my neck out? I'm the one who ends up in the hospital wing, not them. If she sticks her neck out one more time, Aunt Lydia's going to make her pay for it. He already stuck his neck out once and nearly lost everything. Don't ask him to do it again. You want me to smuggle a letter to the outside? That's sticking my neck out way too far. I've got a daughter to live for. Synonyms: take a risk, put oneself on the line, go out on a limb, put one's head on the chopping block, take a gamble, court danger. Idiom: teem with. To teem means to be full of or swarming with something, usually people, animals, or activity. It paints a vivid picture of a place that's bustling, overflowing, or alive with motion. Think of a street teeming with walkers, a forest teeming with wildlife, or a city teeming with chaos after a disaster. Examples from The Walking Dead S01E01. The hospital used to teem with nurses and doctors. Now it's just death in every hallway. Atlanta, don't even think about heading there. It's teeming with walkers. Total suicide. Back before this mess, the roads teemed with traffic. Now, not a single soul. That camp by the quarry used to teem with life. Families' laughter, now it's gone. It's weird. The gas station teemed with looters a few days ago. Now it's just silence. My nightmares teem with their faces. I can't shut them out. Synonyms: overflow with, swarm with, brim with, be alive with, crammed with, bustle with.
Idiom: the chips are down.
When the chips are down, it means the situation has become difficult or critical, often with serious consequences hanging in the balance. It's the moment of truth, when the outcome really matters and people's true character or loyalty is tested. Examples, Yellow Jacket style. Now that the food's gone and the snow's closing in, the chips are down and everyone's showing their true colors. Don't talk about sticking together. When the chips were down, you ran like hell. I didn't think she had it in her, but when the chips were down, she took charge and saved us all. You can act brave all you want, but when the chips are down, we'll see who's really built for this. We were fine playing pretend, but now the chips are down and survival's not a game anymore. Look, when the chips were down last winter, she made the hardest call, and we're still alive because of it. Synonyms. When push comes to shove. At crunch time. In the moment of truth. When it really counts. In a tight spot. When everything's on the line. Idiom. The odds are stacked against. This idiom means that circumstances are unfavorable or biased against someone, making success or victory very unlikely. It suggests that everything is working against a person, often in an unfair or overwhelming way, like a gambler facing a rigged game. Examples from Dexter-style dialogue. You think I can just walk into court and get Harrison back? The odds are stacked against me, and you know it. Look, Deb, I'm not saying he's guilty, but with his record, the odds were stacked against him from the start. No matter how many good deeds Dexter pulls off, the odds are always stacked against someone like him. She fought for a second chance, but between the evidence and the politics, the odds were clearly stacked against her. I went in there hoping for leniency, but once I saw the judge's face, I knew. The odds were stacked against me. You tried everything, Quinn. I'll give you that. But from day one, the odds were stacked against your theory. Synonyms and equivalents: fighting a losing battle, swimming upstream, behind the 8 ball, facing long odds. The deck is stacked, outmatched from the start.
Idiom, throw cold water on. Definition: to throw cold water on. Something means to discourage enthusiasm, excitement, or optimism, often by expressing doubts, criticism, or disapproval. It's like showing up to a hopeful plan or idea and immediately killing the vibe with negativity or realism. Examples: The Walking Dead and The Last of Us. You finally think we found a safe haven, and she just throws cold water on it, like it's doomed from the start. Joel was excited about heading west, but Tommy threw cold water on that plan real fast. We were building hope for a new life out here. Then Ezekiel threw cold water on it with his whole speech about the past repeating itself. I wanted to recruit more fighters from that camp, but Ellie threw cold water on the idea, said they're more liability than help. We talked about expanding into the city. Then Rick had to throw cold water on it, reminding us what happened last time. She's always the first to throw cold water on any plan that doesn't come with a 5-year survival strategy. Synonyms: pour cold water on, shoot down, rain on someone's parade, take the wind out of someone's sails, kill the mood, be a wet blanket.